Aloha everyone, it's Jessica Oyanagi with Home Sweet Maui Realty, and I'm here today to share a video with you about one of my favorite restaurants on Maui, Coconut's Fish Cafe. They actually have 2 locations on the island of Maui, so join me and learn more. If you've never watched one of my videos before, I love to create content sharing my Maui life and real estate tips for the island of Maui with you on YouTube and IGTV. If you find value in this video, I would love it if you'd hit that like button and give me a subscribe. And if you're looking for a client-based realtor on the island of Maui, please feel free to contact me. I'll put my contact information in that description below. Coconut's Cafe on Maui actually has 2 locations. There's one in North Kihei and one in South Kihei, right on the borderline of Wailea. And it's interesting to note that the first one that opened was in North Kihei. This is a smaller location. They do a lot of to-go orders since the pandemic, and there's just a little bit of seating inside and outside, versus their second location, which is actually quite a bit larger, and they serve alcohol, and it's kind of in an area where more tourists are apt to come into the location. But for either location, it is super popular for both tourists and locals alike. Coconut's Cafe opened in 2009, and the mission for the owner was to serve, local fresh fish in a place that's just filled with aloha and love, and of course is delicious to eat. An interesting fact to note is that Coconuts is actually named after a cat named Coconut. And in both of their locations, you'll see artwork and a small story about the cat. And it's just funny that that's where the name came from, because I think everybody assumes that coconuts is because we're in Hawaii and there's a lot of coconuts, but that's actually not the case. Both locations offer a very local kind of surf type vibe, and definitely are a good spot for casual dining. My kids and my family love going to Coconuts. Anytime we're in Kihei, that is their top request. So if you've never been to Coconuts before, you should know that the most popular item, hands down, on their menu at any location you go to is their fish tacos. And these fish tacos are unlike any other fish tacos that you're going to find on Maui, or maybe anywhere. Before we even moved here, I remember every time I would come to visit my sister, we would have to make a stop at Coconuts. And these tacos, the order comes with 2 tacos, and it is a lot of food. Like, don't think that you're just gonna have these little small bite street type tacos. These are a meal. They come with forks, they come on plates, and they are exploding off of the tortillas. And the tacos themselves have 7 different layers. So I'm actually gonna read to you from their website because I cannot memorize all the different layers, but they're so unique, and this is what makes them so delicious. So it says there's 7 different layers of texture, including both freshly cut and perfectly grilled mahi and ono, so it's a mix, which those are 2 of my favorite fish to eat here. And it says that you get a wasabi coleslaw that comes on this taco it's made with a coconut milk, which makes it really unique. And then they put tomatoes, they put a mango salsa, they put a red tomato based salsa, and melted cheese. And these are on top of 2 kind of crispy corn tortillas. So if that doesn't make your mouth water, I don't know what will. And if you haven't tried these things, you need to make it a priority the next time you're on Maui to go ahead and check out these ono tacos. Some of my other favorite dishes to eat at Coconuts include their taco mountain, which is very similar to the fish tacos, but sometimes I'm just not in the mood for a taco. And so this has a bed of brown rice, and then it has all those fish taco ingredients that I listed just on top of the rice. And I think that's delicious when you're just kind of looking for a change if you love that taco. My kids are diehard fans, consistently order the same thing every single time we go, which is the keiki fish and chips, and their fish and chips are delicious. And their tartar sauce is to die for. And they also like the mac and cheese. I mean, you can't get away from it, and it is better than just a box of Kraft. I don't know what they do or what it is, but for some reason they absolutely love it. And if you're not into fish, they do have other options as well. And so I'm gonna list off some of the other items on their menu so you can kind of get a feel for what else you could order. Okay, so if you're in the mood for a pupu, which means appetizer in Hawaiian, they have coconut shrimp, they've got breaded calamari, and just plain breaded fried shrimp. I mean, I've had the coconut shrimp, which is killer, and you can't really go wrong, right, with fried fish and shrimp. If you're looking for a salad, something a little healthier, I have had one of their fish salads before, and I've seen several other people order those, and they've got a variety of different kinds of salads. They have soup. I've never had their chowder. It's a seafood chowder, but I'm gonna go with it's probably delicious. They have seafood pasta. They have a chicken pasta if you're not into fish. Oh, they've also got fish burgers. So if you prefer fish in like a sandwich form, that's really delicious. They've got a chicken burger. They've got a hamburger, veggie burger if you have a vegetarian in the group. A couple other kinds of tacos, chicken and steak tacos if you're not into the fish. And then of course, if you're going, like I said, to the South Kihei location, they serve alcohol at that location only, but they do have, other non-alcoholic beverages available as well. And actually their fries, I really love their fries. They're super thin cut and they have like seasoning salt on them. And so the fries are always really popular. And they also do volcano fries, which if you don't know what that is, they're all like slightly different, the versions, but theirs has like a sriracha aioli, kind of like a mayonnaise sriracha thing, with furikake, like seaweed flakes all over the top. So that's something you'll find throughout Hawaii, and each restaurant has its own version of that pupu. One last thing I should mention about their menu is they have like a bunch of different types of sauces that you can dip your fish in or your shrimp, and I'll read those to you as well because depending upon who you have in the group, again, they might just want something different. So they have one called Asian Flair, South of the Border, wasabi, of course, cocktail sauce, which I guess is the owner's family member's recipe for cocktail sauce, tartar, which I love, Thai chili, and that sriracha aioli that was on those volcano fries. So like I said, whoever you have in the group, there's got to be something for them to eat at this restaurant. So that's it for my quick review of Coconut's Fish Cafe in Kihei on the island of Maui. And if you're coming to check it out, I'd highly recommend, my family and I would give it a 5 out of 5 every day. But TripAdvisor, I guess, consistently gives them at least 4.5 stars or above. So if you haven't checked it out yet, check it out.